Okay, we're ready to go. Thank you for spending your time with me. I appreciate it. You will walk away with something very knowledgeable and the ability to do something very proactive with your social media today, I promise you. And what I'm teaching you applies to any social media platform. So don't assume that if I show you examples, it's only specific for those that platform that I show you the example for. Please, please, please don't expect that. So just a few housekeeping rules. If you aren't asking a question, keep yourself on mute just for the sake of helping everybody listen and follow along well. If you do have a question, feel free to raise your hand or message me in the chat. I do have the chat bar up. So any questions, definitely put it there. And then the other thing too is I do have some exercises for you guys to play along with, because I do want to understand where your head is at and what's going on with you guys. Okay. So as we move forward, if you cannot hear me, if there's something and the audio breaks up or anything breaks up, let me know. Okay. I'm Kat Ramirez. I have advertised in #SocialBuzz. Our premise is 100% social media and digital marketing. And today I'm going to help you learn how to grow your business on social media. And my experience comes from true reality. So I started my business and 100% I grew my business with social media. So hands down, I'm a case study. So if somebody here isn't a believer, then I'm here to tell you that social media does work. It's powerful and you can grow your business. You just have to use it correctly. If you don't use it correctly, it's not going to work for you. A little bit about me, my background. I come from the world of media, 27 years as a sales director in major media, ABC, NBC, CBS, Telemundo. And then I started my career as an entrepreneur in 2014. I quit my job in 2015. And that's what led me to where I am today. So why you have to market your business. At the end of the day, the reality is marketing to a business is just like air, food, and water for us to survive. If you do not tell your future customers, the world, whoever your future customer is, if you do not tell them who you are, what you do, and how to get a hold of you, no one's ever going to do business with you except for the people around you, your family and friends, right? So keep in mind that marketing to a business is just like air, food, and water for us to survive. We have to have it every single day in order for us to live, right? 76% of consumers say that if you market to them, if you advertise, they will remember you. So keep that in mind as we're going through this exercise. So 76% of consumers say if you market to them, if you advertise, they will remember to shop you. Okay, so some nitty-gritties you'll need to know before we get started into the social media arena is you don't need a huge budget in order for you to market or advertise your business, okay? Consistency and fit are the keys to success. So just know that if it's consistent, if you're consistent and it's a great fit for you, then those are the keys to success for you. Don't dilute your marketing by spreading yourself so thin that you don't make an impact. That does nothing for you. And make sure that if you have a limited budget, then you dominate a place. You dominate the place that is where your audience is, okay? First thing you need to do before you start marketing your business, the first thing you need to do, what is the problem that you are solving? Okay. And this is where I like to get your feedback. And the faster you can type and put this in the chat, the better for all of us. Is what is the problem that you're solving? Share with me the problem that you're solving. This is so important for everybody to know within their business. And the example I give here as you're typing away, I can see everybody's typing. I don't see anybody typing. I need people to start typing. As you're typing, what is the problem you're trying to solve? And again, this is a marketing opportunity. You guys, this is going within the group. Okay. So the problem that you're trying to solve, here's a great example right here. Personal injury attorneys, PI attorneys, personal injury attorneys. They're really, really good at telling you the problem that they're solving, because they say, if you slip and fall, call me. If you're in an accident, call me. So what is the problem you're solving? So if you put yourself in the shoes of a PI attorney, the PI attorney knows exactly what they're doing. They're saying, hey, if you slip and fall, call me. If you're in an accident, call me. So if I'm using these examples, think about your business model. What is the problem that you are solving? Because you've got to know it. You have to know it in order for you to engage with your future customers. If you don't know the problem that you're solving, now is a great time to share or raise your hand or, be the person that puts your neck out there so we can help you find what is the problem that you're solving. Okay. And I'll put myself in the shoes as well. So I have a couple business, and one of them is #SocialBuzz. The problem that we solve with #SocialBuzz is we make it affordable for people who don't or can't do their own social media management. Okay. So think about the problem that you're trying to solve. Okay, great. I see a few people participating. Thank you. I assist new entrepreneurs with startup businesses and securing funding. Awesome. That is awesome. That you're right. You just hit the hammer on the nail. That is awesome. Very direct. I help clients who may not be comfortable writing, leave their story legacies. Awesome, Linda. That is a great, there you go. So what is the problem that you're trying to solve? You've got to know this in order for you to be able to offer your solution to people. Okay. Skincare. So Wanda, my question to you would be, what about skincare? What is the problem that you're solving? Is your skincare for people with acne? Is your skincare for people with aging skin? Is it skincare for people with what is it called? Eczema? What is the skincare? So think about the problem that you're trying to solve, because I'm telling you, this is going to help you with social media or any marketing, period. Okay, we're going to go to the next one. Okay, love it, Wanda. Aging skin. Awesome. Then always bring the two together for sure. Trust me, you're going to sell more if you bring the two together. What is your unique selling proposition? Okay, so with Akima, you said that you help entrepreneurs and with startup businesses securing funding. What makes you different than anybody else who helps people secure funding? What makes you different? What is your unique selling proposition? What makes you different? Why should I buy from you and not your competitors? So again, for me, in my case, okay, social media, in my case with the #SocialBuzz, the thing that makes me different is I offer the first 30 days for free. I separate myself from my competitors. They're not offering 30 days for free. I'm offering 30 days for free. So what is your unique selling proposition? What makes you different? Why should someone buy from you? So think about that and go ahead and plug away. Let me know what makes you different. I help businesses create engaging, synchronous and I can't say these big words, training materials. Okay, awesome. Maybe you should layman's down your dialogues so I can say it, but so other people can say it too. What is your unique selling proposition? What makes you different? I'll give you another example. I met with a plumber the other day. And when we were talking about his unique selling proposition, because he's like, Kat, I'm just like anybody else. And I said, okay, so tell me about your competitors. What are they failing? What are they failing at? What are they not delivering? What are they not doing? This is a great way to set up your unique proposition, selling proposition. And he said, Kat, they don't call people back. And I said, awesome. So how do you counter that? What do you do? And he goes, oh, we call people within 24 hours. It's a guarantee. We will call people within 24 hours. And I said, awesome. Then that's your tagline. That's your thing. That is what separates you from all the other plumbers who never call people back. You're going to say you're going to get a call back within 24 hours at the very latest, right? Because if they can call them sooner, they will. Okay, Marshall says, what makes me different is I have a niche and a credit space. I help people who are behind in car payments and are thinking about giving the car back, determine if I can help. Okay, awesome. Find an alternative mode of transportation. That I'm like, okay, that's perfect. That is a unique selling proposition. So please think about your unique selling proposition. I offer a free step-by-step ebook that helps with understanding which entity is best for them. That is awesome. That is a good, unique selling proposition. Wanda says, I'm lost. Okay, Wanda, you got to think about what sets you apart, what makes your product different from your competition. So is there a certain ingredient? Is it natural? I mean, I could go on and with skincare because, are you testing it on animals? If you're not, then, that's your unique selling proposition. So think about your product. Think about what makes it different and isolate that, because you've got to make yourself different from your competitors and make sure it stands out. Make sure that you're verbalizing it. Make sure that you put it out there. Okay. So think about your unique selling proposition. You've got to have one. And if you don't have one at the end of this, we can talk about ways to brainstorm and what have you. Okay. Third thing, you've got to know who your audience is. And please start putting down who your audience is. I'd love to hear your feedback. You have to know exactly who your audience is. And if, God forbid, please do not tell me that your audience is everyone, because it's not. It is not. And if you say everyone, you're going to waste a lot of money and you're going to fail. And I will say it again, you're going to waste a lot of money and you will fail. So what you want to do with your audience, and please start putting it down. Tell me who your audience is. What you want to do with your audience is you want to identify your audience and drill it down as far down as you can. Okay. So what do I mean by that? I'm going to give you some great examples. Your audience can be, and let's use me as an example. Let's say that one of my audiences is business coaches, authors, speakers. And the reason I target them is because they have to be a thought leader. They have to put themselves out there as an expert. So our social media is going to help them put posts out there every day to remind their future customers who they are, what they do, and how to get a hold of them, but also identify with exactly that. They need to be that influencer, thought leader kind of position. So I'm going after business coaches, authors, speakers, and let's say that I gravitate to females only. Okay, so this is what I mean by who's your audience, and drill it down as far as you can, if you can, because the more that you can drill it down, the better for you. Okay, so let's see. Marshall says, my audience are couples between the ages of 35 and 64 who have steady income, but inflation has caused them to under budget and they are in danger of losing one of their cars. Awesome. I love that. That is awesome. That's perfect, Marshall. Okay. Wanda has male, female over 50, outgoing, dating, because they have to care about their skin. I love it. That is perfect. That is perfect. My female client is over 50 and wants to leave their values along with their valuables. Okay. So let me bring this back for you, Linda, because here's the thing, is a couple things you guys keep in mind. And this is a great example of that. This is a really great example. So when you start doing ads and profile people, okay, you can't understand or know if they have valuables or if they care about leaving your valuables behind. So you're going to have to dig a little deeper, okay? Because 50 is good. 50 is really, really good. I think the thing you probably want to extend on is that they have some sort of family legacy. Maybe they have a history. They were in the war. Maybe they got some kind of medal or had some kind of dictatorship, something where they had something very significant in their life, right, Linda? Am I getting in the right direction? Because the thing is, because you're writing these stories and trying to keep the person's legacy intact, is you have to drill down to what else is out there that I can identify with, that if I did an ad, I can cross relate. Okay. So think about that. Now you can have more than one audience. Okay. So keep in mind, you can have more than one audience. It's okay. Okay. You can have more than one audience. I'm telling you guys again, you can have more than one audience. What you want to think about with your audience is, this is the person that feeds you. This is the person buying from you now. It's your bread and butter. So let's say that you have a second audience, and that audience is maybe someone you're reaching for, that you're going to get transitioned to, or you want, some of those eggs in your basket in this group of people. Okay. So you can have more than one audience. Okay. Kathleen says business leaders who require the delivery of educational programs. Okay. I don't know what that means. I know who business leaders are. What do you mean by require the delivery of educational programs? Help me understand what you're trying to say there.
Hey, is it okay if I unmute and have a quick chat?
Yes, you can. Yes, Kathleen.
Lovely. So what I'm doing, basically, I'm a teacher. So I'm really looking at how to maybe step away from that and use what I've picked up as developing training materials and jump that to other companies. So if you've ever had to sit through one of those mandatory boring training things where your business requires you to tick that off or have that as part of your professional development, yep. I really want to revolutionize how that is done, because I just find that it's so condescending and boring and no one really wants to engage in that. And it's just something that we tick off and it doesn't really serve a purpose. So I thought if businesses could have more engaging programs with that, it would be talked about and employees would value it more.
Got you. Okay. So I think you just need to reword it then, because it is business leaders. Okay. It's also HR people. It's also directors. It's also, maybe sales directors. It's anybody who facilitates any kind of ongoing education or leadership education or anything like that. And I think the thing you want to do is fine tune the fact that you're taking ongoing education to the next level. But again, your audience is all those titles I just gave you. So it's more title driven, right? More title driven than it is an age or something like that. Does that make sense, Kathleen?
It does. Thank you so much for those golden nuggets.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Now, the one thing you guys have to think about is, what are your expectations as you go into this, as I show you how to do social media? What is your expectation? You have to document that, and you can put in the chat what your expectations are. But what are your expectations? Do you want your social media followers to grow? Do you want more engagement? What is the expectation? What are you trying to achieve? You're never going to achieve what you want if you don't define what your expectations are. Okay. So what are your expectations? Define them, write them down. If you can quantify them, that takes you even a step further. So quantify, meaning, how many people reach out to me, how many people engage, how many people I'm growing, blah, blah, blah. So what are your expectations, and quantify them if you can. Okay. Okay. So before you get into your social media, know your numbers, understand and know your numbers. Every social media platform has analytics. If you don't know where to find them, that's another free training session. And I can certainly put that on the agenda, but every social media platform has numbers, every single one. And you should know, if you're utilizing whatever platform, you should know where to find them and how to track that and monitor it. Because here's the reality. Don't put your time and energy into something that's not going to give you a return. And you're not going to know if it gives you a return if you don't look at the numbers. And numbers tell you more than you to guess and say, well, I never got a client for that. Okay. And that's understandable and that's okay. But how do you know that didn't perpetuate someone, that didn't make someone think about you or put you on that checklist, right? On that shopping checklist. Maybe you were on there because of social media, but you don't know that because you didn't check the numbers of, how many people viewed this or, what was your engagement like and all the other cool numbers that are on the back end. So know your numbers, please. Okay, so I love sharing this. Here's a huge opportunity for everyone on this workshop. 40% of businesses don't have a presence on social media at all. And this is unfortunately because of their own personal reservation. They personally don't like social media. They personally don't want to be on social media. So they don't have a presence for their business on social media. 40% of small businesses. And that's a lot because if you think about the total number of small businesses in the US, it's like, I don't know, what is it now? 32 million small businesses. Okay. So think about 40% of them don't have a presence. And then that just helps you. That absolutely helps you. Okay, so someone shared their expectation. Thank you, Marsha. I want to increase the number of followers that I have on Instagram and Facebook so I can market and convert to consultant sales. My goal is 40 new consultants each month. Awesome. I love it. Okay, so social media is free. We all know that. It is absolutely free. I hope that they never charge for it. I don't think they will, but it's free. Just keep in mind that it does take a lot of work. It does. I'm just going to let you know. It takes a lot of work. And for some of you, it might take more than others because it can be a little bit of tasking, but I'm here to help you simplify it. Okay. The first thing you want to do is you want to have a plan. You want to make sure that you have a roadmap for what you want, your expectations in social media. Okay. So have a plan. Create a roadmap. And I'm going to walk you through how to do that, but have a plan. And some of that plan we just went through is the audience, what's your unique selling proposition, what makes you different, and what's the problem you're trying to solve. So all of those things are part of the plan. So please know that that's all part of this plan. So we're going to continue to build this plan. The other thing you want is you have to have a process in place. So every business has a process, every single one. Okay. And I'll give you my business as an example. So when I have someone interested in #SocialBuzz, two things happen. One of two things. One, they self-sign up and they just onboard themselves. So they sign up, they find a plan, and they sign up for the free 30 days. Okay. Two, they're not sure. They have some questions. So then they book an appointment with me on my Calendly on the website. So one of two things. So what is your process? What do you have in place? You know that you have to attract your customers, you have to convert them, you have to close them, and then you have to delight them. So what is your process? How do you have it flowing? Okay, in order for things to move along. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, this is my favorite story. So before we go into posting and all the mechanics, I want you guys to understand the whole premise and big picture of social media. Okay, so I'm going to give you the whole premise and big picture. So think about social media as a huge networking party, huge, big party. Okay. I don't care if it's the Twitter party, the Facebook party, the LinkedIn party, the Pinterest party, the TikTok party. I don't care which one it is. Okay. So they're all the same, but let's just, for the sake of using this is a huge, and let's say we're in Facebook. This is a huge networking event in Facebook. Okay. And so as we come to this party, just like you go to a real party, right? You get all dressed up. Maybe you take some business cards, and maybe there are some people that at this party that you already know that you want to meet because, you know, your host told you everybody's coming, and you're like, oh, wow, I really would like to meet Kathleen at this party. I heard she's coming, and I heard has, you know, this business. And so I really would like to meet her. So think of social media as this huge party. When you go to this party, okay, aren't there pockets of people when you go to a party? And maybe some pockets of people are over here and they're telling jokes and having a good time and laughing. Maybe there's a pocket of people over here that are dancing. They like the music and they're dancing to it. And maybe there's a pocket over here of people that are gravitating to the food and they're just tasting, they're sampling and are talking to each other and they're sampling the food. So keep in mind that social media works the same way, that your job is to engage and entertain the people at this party. Okay. Engage and entertain the people. And so you want them to migrate to you and you're trying to get their attention. That is the premise that you want in your head, big picture of what social media is all about. Keep that in your head as big picture, social media, big party, and it's about entertaining and engaging the people that you want to gravitate to you and to your little group. Okay. So keep that in mind as we move forward and talk about little things in regards to social media. Okay. Somebody added something. How do you feel about charging for a consultation when you are not known? Absolutely. It doesn't matter. The only person that is not known is you thinking you're not known. You're the only one. Stop it. You are known. You started a business. Start charging. So it's okay. And you can start small and then gravitate and grow. But you are known. You are your person. I met on the first contact. Okay. So, and again, that's up to you. Here's the thing that you want to keep in mind, Marshall. You can do first 15 minutes free. I know a lot of business coaches that put a limit and they say first 15 minutes are free. Attorneys do the same thing. First 15 minutes are free. After that, I charge blah, blah, blah. And you don't even have to tell them before they book the first 15 minutes that are free. You can book the first 15 minutes. Please don't give away the moon and the cow and everything else. Just make sure that at that meeting, when you start it, you let them know, hey, the first 15 minutes are free. After that, I do charge a fee for me to be your consultant and help you and answer your questions and blah, 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 blah. So that is okay. You just have to make sure you line it up so that it works for you. I hope that answered your question. Okay. So we just talked about the party, right? Okay. Let's get going. This is the nitty gritty now. This is the part that you've all signed up for. This is what you want. So first and foremost, you want to create a content calendar. And again, I highlighted your goal is to engage, entertain, and educate. That is your goal. Your goal is to engage, entertain, and educate. When you do a content calendar, make sure you have your goal in mind, okay? And the other thing, and this is why we talked about audience, make sure it's to your audience. Do not come up with content that is not going to engage or entertain your audience. That's specific to you, okay? So keep your audience in mind, please. And what I did was, this is a very hypothetical content calendar. You guys can steal it. I don't care, but it's very basic, very simple. And that's what you want. You want to keep a cadence of rhythm. You want to keep some kind of consistency. People are creatures of habit. Okay. And so if Monday you're going to do motivation, and let's say that you're that plumber, make sure that your motivation is geared toward your audience. And let's say the plumber was homeowners. Okay. So what kind of motivation is going to help that homeowner? Well, maybe, a kid putting a nice meme or a quote with a kid putting their Barbie doll down the toilet, clogging the toilet, right? That could be something really good for the plumber, right? For who they're targeting. And you guys can drop your thoughts or questions in regards to content calendar. If you're doing one, drop me a yes, you are. If you're not, tell me you're not. Don't be shy. Nobody's going to judge you. And then let's say Tuesdays are tips. Okay. So make sure their tips are relevant. And let's say this is a tip for that homeowner. It doesn't have to be for plumbing. Let's say that this plumber gave a homeowner a tip on how to, store your plants in the winter, or how to repot a plant, or, something a homeowner really wants to know. It doesn't have to do with plumbing. Don't think that every piece of your content has to do with your business. Please, no. Your job is to engage, entertain, and educate. Keep that in mind, okay? Akima said, I just started. I'm collecting information for content calendars, blogging, like creating a website. Is blogging like creating a website? Are you asking me, is blogging like creating blogging's awesome. If it's on your website, it's even super awesome because it helps with your SEO, search engine optimization. Make sure your blog is on your website for your business. It is very, very good for your website and for search engine optimization. Okay. Now let's say that Wednesday is selling your service. You got to sell it. Don't be vague. I have clients that we work for who says, oh, I don't want to do none of that. No. Well, I'm like, hello, Mr. Client. How are they going to know that you actually have something to buy if you don't put it out there? So, and we'll have examples of selling posts. Okay. And then Thursday, let's say Thursday is a blog, a video, or an article. Okay. It could be your blog. It could be your video. It could be anything of yours that's proprietary to you. If it isn't, if you don't have any of these, it's okay to find another blog, another video, or article. Just make sure it's credible, first off, and make sure it's not from a competitor. And if it is from a competitor, make sure it's a leader in your space, and it's not someone who, if that your customer, your prospect was reading it, that they would go to them instead of you. So maybe you're geographically challenged, and you're only in your geographic area, and that's okay. So now you can use a blog or video from somebody who's in another geographic area. It's not going to compete with you, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Just be very careful when you use other people's blogs and videos and articles. It's okay. Yes, it's okay to use them. Make sure you give them credit. If you use credible sources, that's even better, because then those are taggable, like Business Insider, Forbes, things like that. Okay, so keep that in mind. Friday, let's say that's community, any community events, any community workshops, any of your workshops, any memes. I will tell you that Friday is the weakest day of all days to post. And you're probably going to ask me, do you just do Monday through Friday? Yes, that's all I do, Monday through Friday. If you're in retail, you're going to do 7 days a week. If you're not in retail, then Monday through Friday suffice. I promise you. Is there a standard to asking to use someone else's blog? You don't have to ask. You do not have to ask, Wanda. That's a great question. People want you to use their blogs. That's why they blog. They know that people will use their blogs. That is a great, great question. As long as you give them credit, and again, I can show you how, you're okay. And they're going to appreciate that as well. And especially from influencers, they love people sharing those blogs. Okay. Consistency. And I put a minimum of 3 times, because asking people to post 5 days a week is a little much for beginners or new people at this. If you start with at least 3 days a week and stay consistent, that's all that I care about. That's all you should care about, is consistency wins. You want to be consistent, and you don't want to skip a week. You want to do 3 days a week. If that's the max that you can do, 3 days a week, every week, forever and ever and ever and ever. Okay. If you're doing 5, I will say, yay, and let's celebrate, and let's do cartwheels, and let's do whatever it takes. But 5 days a week is preferred. Just so you know, 5 days a week is preferred. 3 is a minimum. Okay. Do not skip. You've got to be consistent. If you're going to commit to this, you're going to commit. I told you it's hard work. It's free, but it's hard work. Okay. This is a mistake. Tell me if you guys can read this. Okay. I hope so. I tried to, next time, maybe I'll just put one on one page. Okay. So here's the biggest mistake a lot of businesses make. They make it really hard for someone to get a hold of them or understand what they do. So I call this slide, who are you? What do you do? And how do I contact you? Because those are the three main things that you want to make sure on any of your social platforms is, who are you? What do you do? And how do I get a hold of you? And as you can see on these two profiles that I gave you the example of, one of them does not have an email contact, okay, and does not have a blurb about what they do. I mean, yeah, I get it that their name is called Ashley Barbecue. I get that. But, you know, at least brag about yourself and give yourself the about you. Okay, so fill that out. And on this one, they thoroughly filled out exactly who they are, how to get a hold of them, right? And what it is that they do. Okay, so keep that in mind on all your social platforms. Make sure that you're saying all of these things. Okay, now we're getting to the posts. So the posts is a makeup of a couple of things, and I broke it out for you. The first thing is the headline. You have to have a very good headline. The second thing is the body, your info, and how we break it up. And I'm going to show you examples of how to break up your body. Okay. Then how do you close your posts? And that's the end. And then what kind of call to action? CTA is short for call to action. What kind of call to action do you have or not have on your post? Not every post has to have a call to action. Okay. And then hashtags. What are we doing with hashtags? Are they relevant? Are they not relevant? Do we use them? Do we don't use them? Okay. Does anybody have any questions in regards to this before we break this down? Anybody? If you do, okay, great. No questions. Okay. First thing, headline. I want you guys to give me an example of a headline you would use for your business. Just jot down your headline. What kind of headline would you use? Just tell me your personal headline. And again, this is free. I normally pay to train this, especially in this much detail. And I'm giving you feedback. So if you want to take advantage of this, write down your headline and let me know what your headline is for your post. And let's say that this is your selling post. Okay. What is your headline? Anybody brave enough to drop down your headline? And the headline is the first line of words that you use on a post. It is the first line of words. It's to get someone's attention. Get the glow from head to, oh my God, I love it, Wanda. Get the glow from head to toe. She got me on that one. I love that one, Wanda. That is an excellent one. That's a great headline. Anybody else want to share a headline? I love that. And I would put your head and cap and your toe and cap, by the way. I'm not posting yet, so I need help. And a great job, Wanda. Awesome. Yes. Okay. Anybody else? Nobody else want to share? Okay. So next level education. Okay, Kathleen. That tells me nothing. You got to get attention. You got to get my attention. I remember you're trying to change that market space. You're trying to make some changes. Okay. And I'm just going to offer a suggestion because you said it in your dialogue to me, because you said, I don't like that boring old type of standard training, right? You said it's boring. It's old. It's not engaging. It's outdated, and I think your headline should be, take your training to the next level, or it could even be a question, open-ended question. Is your training boring? Does your training need help? So things like that. So keep that in mind as you're coming up with the headline. Okay, so let's Let's move and let's look at some of these posts, you guys. Somebody else left. Your personal story. Don't leave here without leaving one. Okay. I would break that up into 2 sentences for sure. And I would make it a question. What is your personal story? And then Linda, the other thing you can also use as a headline, by the way, is, you know, you got to use the word legacy, because that word really stands out for me. And what is your legacy? You know, because that to me it's a synopsis to what you're doing. So make sure you play those words in there. Okay. So what I did was I cut up some sample posts for us to dissect and go through and help you understand what a post should look like, what a post should say, how long should a post be, and all the other things that you're thinking about, right? Everything that you're thinking about. Okay, so this guy starts off with coaches and marketing agencies. Here's what I love about this post. I'm sorry, I don't know. This thing is so sensitive. Here's what I love about this post. He's telling the person that he wants to read this who they are. Okay, this is a great way to start a post. Coaches and marketing agencies. So he's identified you, right? He's identified you. If you're not a coach or marketing agency, you're not going to move any further from that, because you're going to be like, that's not relevant to me, right? I love this. So he did a great job in regards to coaches and marketing agencies. Then he says, we will place an appointment setter inside your business. If they don't perform, you don't pay. That is impactful. If they don't perform, you don't pay. Okay. So think about the setup here in regards, I'm so sorry, in regards to this business. Stop it, little thing. Okay. So this is his headline. This is what he came up with. So think about your business, how you would do yours. Okay. And again, you can replace his dialogue for your dialogue. You can change the tone. You can change kind of the feel of it. It's okay to borrow people's kind of setup for your setup. Just don't borrow their words, because they're in a different business. Okay. So okay, so Wanda says it's really small typing. I'm so sorry, Wanda. I'm not sure. Are you seeing the screen with everything in it? Should I swap the display that you're seeing? Are you seeing it with the notes and stuff? Or are you guys seeing just the big screen? I'm not sure which.
We've got notes and everything. So you're not sharing your big screen.
Okay, I'm going to now tell me, can you see that?
That's better.
Hey, awesome. Awesome. Okay. And that helps me too, because I can see it better too. Awesome. Okay. So now that you can see this, right? You can see his headline and his intro, right? And this is compelling. So the thing you want to think about your headline or anybody's headline is it gripping? Is it getting the attention of the person that you're trying to sell to? Okay. And this obviously is a selling post. So we're talking about a selling post and the makeup of the selling post. Okay. So then he tells you, keep reading below and I'll tell you. So he's explaining that, hey, if I got your attention, I'm going to tell you more. And then he tells you, number one, how it works. And number two, extensive tracking, proving it works. So then he puts the little bars, how it works, and then track the record is the second one. So then he's showing you that. So he breaks up his posts. Okay. Now, here's my question to you guys. Do you think the post should be long or short? Weigh in on chat. Long or short? Tell me. Tell me what you think. Somebody says short. I like short. Keep going. So everybody wants short, right? People's attention span. Okay. People, short and to the point. Okay. I love this. Everybody is a short person. Everybody. Okay. Can you see this, you guys? This was 67 comments, 28 shares, and 589 likes. Do you guys see that? So this is a long post. This is the second part of the post, by the way, right here. Oops. Oh my goodness. This little picture, so it goes even longer. This picture is, this dialogue goes underneath here. So this post is actually longer. Okay. So I guess what I'm trying to prove to you is it doesn't matter. And I'm trying to push you guys is it doesn't matter if it's short or long. People will read it. If you get their attention, they will read it. The thing that I like to do is I like to separate every line between space. So not a paragraph. I break up every line with a space in between, just like he's done. Okay. Every line. And that helps break it up and it helps make it look like it's easier to read. Okay. So think about that. But this was a very, very good, well-written headline and posts. Okay. And this here was a video, by the way. So this is a post that was conducted with a video. Okay. So in the end, okay, remember we talked about call to action? He says in this small little print, and I apologize for this. He says, then click this ad to go to the next page and schedule a demo. You got to tell your future customers what to do. You have to. You have to. Now, on this ad, he did not put a link within the ad. He has the learn more button. He's relying heavily on this right here. It says, our setters perform or you don't pay. That's how you got them to lure into that button. Okay, somebody says, how do you attach links? I'm going to show you. And basically you copy and paste and put your links in there. So here's the rule of thumb. Some platforms like links, some platforms don't like links, okay? Some platforms you can embed the link because it'll ask you on this post, do you want to put a messenger? Do you want it to go to messenger? And some of them even ask you, do you want it to go link somewhere? Okay. So just keep that in mind that you're going to have to test. Social media is all about testing. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay. This was a short one. Okay. This was a short one. So this guy, and I cut off his face and who he was. This is a short, see, new book. Okay. And I want to dissect this because I want anybody who is reading this. Okay. Tell me what you think is good or bad from this post. Okay. Tell me what you think is good or bad. New book reveals how quickly acquire businesses and unlimited leads for zero money out of the pocket. Results of over 30 years of tested and proven strategies. I'd like to rush you a free copy right to your doorstep. Just send me your address and cover the shipping and I'll deliver the copy right to your doorstep. Grab your free book today. Okay. Anybody have any thoughts on what is good or bad about this post? Anybody? Just jot them down on the chat. I would love to hear anybody's feedback because I will tell you what mine are. Anybody? Nobody has any comments? Small font. That's because the image, you can't change the font on social media. Just know that, but thank you. You cannot change the font on social media. Okay. So whoever asked about links, here's a link. So see how he included a link. He did include a link and he also put it here. And this is okay. You can put a link on your post. You can, and see how it's highlighted. If I click on it, I would go to that page. He also put a call to action. So remember the breakup of our posts. He did there. This is the body. Okay. And this is the call to action.
Oh, just a link.
It reads desperate for a sale. Okay. Marshall, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Here's my feedback on this, which is similar to your thoughts. This to me reaps self-serving. It reaps self-serving. I think that if I was him, I would put a better headline. And in fact, my headline would probably to just rearrange some of his dialogue. Okay. and maybe say unlimited leads for zero money out of your pocket. Okay. Maybe that would be my headline. Just unlimited leads for zero money out of pocket. And then under that would be 30 years of tested and proven strategies to get unlimited leads for $0. Okay. And then I would run it. Then I would say, get a free copy of my new book, The #1 Way to Scale Your Business for Free. So the other thing he could easily say too is, who is he trying to target this to? He could say small business owners, you know, do you need to take your business to the next step? You know, so several things he could do as far as the headline. Okay. Now, if you look over here, I did screenshot his response. So he had 14 comments, 8 shares, and 102 likes or hearts or whatever, thumbs up. Okay. So here's what I'm going to share with you. I believe that his 8 shares are his sharing to different groups and what have you, because I read every comment. Every comment was negative. Now, if you get a comment that's negative, you can hide those. Did you guys know that? If you get a negative comment, you can hide them. You have 2 options with negative comments. You can delete them, which you don't want to do. Don't ever delete a comment, a negative comment. Don't delete a negative comment. Or you can hide them. And hiding them is the way to go. And the reason why you want to hide them is if you delete them, you're going to piss off the person who left the negative comment, because they're going to be alerted that their comment was deleted. Please do not delete a negative comment. And this is any comment on any of the social platforms. You can hide it. Don't delete it. Hiding it just allows them to continue to see it. They think it's still there. They think it's still out there, but nobody else can see it. Only them themselves. So know that when you get a negative comment, don't get mad, don't delete it, don't reply angry, just hide it. Just hide it. That's all you need to do. And I know it's hard for us to emotionally hold back. Okay. Yeah, not sure how to hide them. Okay. So if you click on the comment, I think there's 3 little dots on the comment. It's going to ask you to delete or hide it. So test it when you if you have a comment, any comment, click on the 3 dots. It'll ask you, what do you want to do with it? So it's fairly easy. If you can't find it, reach out to me and I'll do a video on it. Okay. Okay. Here's another one. Okay. So here's another one. This post is a rather new post. As you can see, it was only posted 1 hour ago and it's already doing very well. In fact, I looked at her comments. She has 5 comments, 11 likes. Her post is doing really, really well. All the comments were all positive. They were all very positive. And so if you look at the breakup of her posts, again, you're going to see these are all similar. These are all similar, okay, in the makeup of a good post. And again, these are all selling posts too, by the way. And you don't do your tips this way. You don't do your motivational posts this way either. Those you just post like normal, like you normally would post. You don't need to put so much thought into it. This is your selling post that I'm really putting more time into. So she's very excited about this Black Friday offer. So that's her headline, Black Friday. What people relate discounts to Black Friday. So this is what's really cool about her saying, I'm excited about my Black Friday offer. You see, last year I was struggling to get enough traffic and leads to my offer. So she's telling you and being very candid. Okay. It was a ton of ad spend, a lot of time creating content. And then I totally burnt out and like literally got sick and couldn't work. I don't know if that really happened to her. Maybe this is true. Maybe she made it up. Maybe it's true. I have no idea. To easily getting traffic and leads to my offers with free 60-second videos. It takes so much less time and it's super efficient. So she's basically selling her how to make these free videos, how to do these posts for people that are looking for ways to post. Okay. And so she just explained her solution, right? So she defined the problem she's trying to solve right here. She defined the problem she's trying to solve. And then here is her solution. So if you think about the makeup of all of these posts, is they start with the headline, they identify the problem they're trying to solve, and then here is the solution. So here's everything you need to get started. So here's her secret bundle. She's selling all her epic videos for Black Friday. Total value is $1,600. Yours today for $147. So very clear on her price point. I love that. If you can put a price point, put a price point. People don't want to be surprised. If you can put a price point, put a price point. 87% off for Black Friday this week only. This offer is available for Friday. She's creating a sense of urgency. Creating a sense of urgency. This is great for any retail product. Create a sense of urgency. There never has been a better time, serious for your organic. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. And then this is her close. I'll teach you all of it in this mega bundle. So Rachel, so she's your short video coach. She's going to help you create short videos. Okay. And this was her image. Now here's the problem I have with this, with Rachel and her posts. Here's a big problem I have. This was a still pic and she's pushing video. You know, I would think twice about buying that 147 because she's saying she's an expert. She's saying that she can do this and she can help you do this and overcome all your stress and create engaging videos. But then her post had a still pic. I'm not sure that I'm a believer now. Does that make sense? So make sure that you're really analyzing your posts and it's making sense and it's connecting the dots, because I'm not the only one that's going to question this. I promise you. I am a content provider, and that was the first thing that really stuck out for me, is she really talked about this video, and this is a still pic. Not good. So if you're pushing something out there, let this be the example of what you're pushing. And I promise you, if she had an example of what she was pushing, she probably would have sold more last year and this year. Just saying. Okay. So keep that in mind. Same thing happens when people post testimonials. I've seen this a million times. People will post testimonials. They will put those testimonials, rewrite them, and they'll put a pretty image because they're not using the real person's image. And the testimonial is from a woman and they use an image of a man. Be very careful how you set these up. People do connect the dots. Okay. Please be careful. Linda Green, is podcasting considered social media? Hell yeah. Yes, it is. And it also can be repurposed on your social media. Yes, absolutely. Hands down, Linda. Okay. Tagging. Does anybody know what tagging is? Anybody? Tell me in chat. Nope. Okay, great. Anybody else? Anybody know what tagging is? No. Okay. Tagging is when you do a post and you use the @ sign. I'm going to go back to a post. No, I'm going to go forward. Let me see. Is it forward? Yes. Okay. So tagging means, do you see how this is blue because I hashtagged it? If I use the @ sign in front of this instead of the hashtag sign, so the little @ sign, this, and then started typing the business or location or whatever it is that you want to tag, it will automatically highlight and it will automatically pull that business. Okay. Tagging helps you become a lot more viral. Okay. This is so important to tag anything relevant in your posts. Anything. If I were to post about the Green Bay Packers, if I wrote hey, congratulations, Green Bay Packer, you won. And I tagged, put the little @ sign right here. When I wrote it, I would put this @ sign first, and then I start typing Green Bay Packers. A bunch of options would come up, and I'd pick the Green Bay Packer one, the official page, which probably, let's say, 3 million people follow. Then what I'm doing is I'm injecting that audience into my posts. Does that make sense? I want to make sure that that makes sense for you guys. And you can tag just about anything. Just don't abuse tagging. If you abuse tagging, you're going to get pinged. So tagging, if it's relevant, tagging, if it aligns and matches your audience. So tagging, let me go to this post again. Okay. If I made a reference to, let's say in this post, let's say Cat Ramirez, and I put the little @ sign here, then all of a sudden it'll start writing Cat Ramirez business page. Okay. So you're going to have to play with this and practice, because this right here is key. This little @ sign. Okay. So make sure you test it and try it, because just about every business has, especially the famous ones and the big ones, have a page on just about every social media. Okay. So if you tag a business, a place, just about everything has a tag. A museum, just about everything has a tag. If I tagged LinkedIn, oh, that's a great example. Let's say that I said I help with social media, and then let's say I listed all the social media platforms, and let's say I said Facebook and I tagged Facebook. I list LinkedIn and I tag LinkedIn, and I tag Twitter. I'm telling you guys, if you just find a reason to tag at least one thing in your post and start doing it that way, slowly but surely, then you're going to help yourself become viral. That's what you're trying to do, is you're trying to tag something so you use that cross reference to their audience. Okay. Makes sense? We're good. Yay. If you have more questions on that, I can always do another workshop on tagging. Okay. Now, again, this is another selling post. This is my selling post. My headline: don't have time to manage your social media. That's what I hear over and over and over. So newsflash, if you hear a challenge over and over and over, that should be your headline. If you hear a challenge over and over and over, that should be your headline. I hear this all the time. I don't have time for social media, Kat. Or I hear all the time, I don't know how to do social media, Kat. Well, guess what? That's my selling post is going to be those two things all the time. Okay. I don't know what to post. I don't have time for social media. So think about your headline, and I put a couple here. And then what is, so basically this is the problem and this is your solution. Okay. And then we come with the close. What do you want people to do? This is my call to action. Book a free demo. Hey, you want a first month is free? Let's get started now. Click, sign up. Okay. So think about, and then I always close with my tagline. I always close with my business name and my tagline. Okay. So you can have a common close. Think about that. And then hashtags. I put hashtags that are relevant. Always use relevant hashtags. And we're going to get, I went ahead of myself. Okay. I'm trying to speed this up because I'm going to wrap it up at 4:30. Okay. So here is, are you $99 per month per platform? No, it's $99 per month. For one platform, $250 for 2 and $350 for 4, up to 4. So, and I can share that detail at the end. Okay. So here is close and call to action. Here's another example of close and call to action. And again, we're talking selling posts, selling posts. Awesome, Marsha. I'll give you the information at the end. Here's the selling post. So if you look at and think about your selling post, here's my call to action. Join Kat as she walks you through 10 ways you need to know before you sell your business. And here is the link to sign up. Message me now if you have any questions. Helping entrepreneurs buy and sell their businesses. Okay. Hashtags. Okay. So closing call to action. Learn more, book a free consult, join today, shop now, free consult, download now. You're telling your future prospects what to do. You've got to tell them what to do. They want you to tell them what to do. Tell them what to do. I promise you it works. You've got to tell them what to do. So many times I see a selling post and they don't put their link. They don't put anything. They just say, sell, sell, sell. This is what I do. Sell, sell, sell. Buy now. That's it. The end of story. Please make sure you are thorough. You tell them exactly what to do. You take them to where you want them to go. Okay. That's a proper selling post. Okay. Why hashtags? Does anybody know why hashtags are used? Drop it in the chat. Anybody know? Anybody know? Or does anybody not use hashtags or does use hashtags or have no clue? For trending purposes. Perfect, Marshall. That's exactly right. So hashtags are on any social media for SEO. Perfect. All of you guys are right. So hashtags are so that people can search the content that you have. Okay. So a lot of times, maybe your content doesn't have the keyword in it of exactly what you're trying to push out there. So let's say that you hashtag let's say social media for me, social media. Let's say that I wrote about SEO. Let's say I hashtag SEO. Let's say I'm the person that does funding and I hashtag funding. Make sure that you hashtag what's relevant to the post, not what you're selling. It has to be relevant to the post. If it's not relevant to the post, it's abuse of a hashtag. The other thing I see a lot of is hashtag stuffing. Don't do that. That's where somebody writes a bunch of hashtags. I want to say like 50, 30. You know, at the end of the day, all you need is 2 or 3 hashtags. 2 or 3 hashtags. That's all you need. Don't feel compelled to put so many hashtags. And again, it's called hashtag stuffing. It just looks spammy and it looks horrible. Don't do it. It looks bad. Okay. Responding to comments and messages. Remember the post I told you that had a bunch of negative messages. Okay. So for the person, I think it was Akima, if you're still with me, basically what you do is if you want to get rid of this post, you click on it, you right click, and it's going to say, do you want to delete or hide? Okay. So you click on the comment. I believe there's 3 dots here somewhere. And then it says hide. So you definitely, like this post that he had like 14 comments, he didn't reply to any of them. He didn't reply not to one. So you want to reply because that's how the algorithms work. If you do not reply to your comments and your inbox, then you're in trouble. Your algorithm is going to go down. The number it gives you for your profile is going to go down. So make sure you're checking that inbox. Make sure you're replying to all the comments. Okay. And again, if they're negative, hide them. Hide the comments. Okay. You want to hide bad comments.
Right here.
Okay. Videos. Use videos. Videos get more engagement. Just like the lady who was trying to sell the videos for $197. If you do videos, you're going to get more engagement. If you do videos consistently, you will get more engagement. So Akima, if you're doing videos on funding and you're giving people tips, they don't have to be long. All my videos, if you go to my YouTube or my Facebook, any of them, they're all less than 5 minutes. Some of them are a minute. Some of them are 2 minutes. Some of them are 3 minutes. So it's just how the content comes out. I don't have a game plan for, hey, I'm going to make this 5 minutes or, hey, I'm going to make this 1 minute. I basically do my videos. I purposely strategize and I think about how many videos do I do for a minute, because minute videos are the new in, okay, for reels. So keep in mind, less than a minute is a reel. If you want more reels, less than a minute. Okay. If you want just regular videos, then you can have them 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, doesn't matter. The thing that does matter is that you're educating somebody with your videos. Remember, what we're doing with our posts is we're engaging, entertaining, and educating. So the more that you can do those three things, the more that you can go viral, the more that you can get more traction from your social media. Okay, so keep that in mind. And if I were you guys, like the person doing podcasts, you can convert those into a video. Easy. You can convert those to a video. You can also convert those into social media. You can do a little teaser and then send people to that long formatted podcast. Okay. So think about ways to repurpose content. You're repurposing content. Okay. The other thing that gets traction on social media is reviews. You want to get as many public reviews as you can. And right now, I don't believe that they're calling it reviews. I think they either call recommend or not recommend. I think they took away reviews. Is it okay to use character instead of your own fact? Are you talking about for videos, Wanda? Oh, instead of your own face? I would not use a character personally. If you don't like yourself on video, then just do the video and close your video. Just close it and just do the video and educate. You don't need a fake image or character. Don't feel like you have to do that. It can just be audio only and put a picture or a diagram or a PowerPoint. Doesn't matter. So test different things. Here's what I will tell you. When you do videos or if you do lives, things like that, people get to know you. And then when you're trying to do business with them, they already like you. They already like you. They already want to do business with you. I can't tell you, I've never gotten a no on a meeting because people see my videos every single day. And the first thing I hear from people every time is, hey, Cal, I love watching your videos. I love your marketing minute. It's so refreshing. And you come across so authentic. You're just like me. You're so real. So, you know, it doesn't, be real. And if you don't want the video, close the video and just do a PowerPoint and go through, write down 3 things I want to touch base today. Say 3 things I want to teach you and write them down and leave them on as the image up there. And maybe have a profile pic of you up there. But I'm telling you, even business cards should have your picture. The more that you can relate your business or your brand to you, the more that people will buy from you. People buy from people. People buy from people, especially if you have a service. If you have a service, put yourself out there. Okay. I know it's scary and I know it's hard. And I was there. I overcame it. You can overcome it. Okay. I'm trying to help you here. But get public reviews. They will boom your business. At the end of the day, if you can't afford good SEO, search engine optimization, get a ton of reviews, not all on the same day, please, please, please. If you do pro bono work, make sure you get a review. If you do a free consult and you're giving more information than you should, get a review in exchange. Get those reviews and figure out a way to negotiate them. You got to ask for them. You ask for them before you get into the conversation or before you deliver the goods. You say, hey, I'll give you this information. I'll help you work through this in exchange for a review. And they agree to it and you say, okay, great. And then you help them and you spent that 15 or 30 minutes with them or whatever it is that you're going to do. And then you're done and you send them the links to the places you want the review. You send them the links. Do not make your client look for your review places. Please don't do that. You've got to make it easy. You send them the links and let them leave a review on either Yelp, Facebook, Google My Business, or any other place that you might have a review platform, but make sure it's public. Okay. Reviews are king. Okay. We passed that. Okay. Contests. You can do contests. Contests are great. We're in the holiday. People love contests. It's a great way to get engagement. It is a great way to get engagement. Okay. Giving away free products, paid ads. You can do paid ads as well. Again, The boost button is going to use unsold inventory. It's not preferred. But if that's your only option, do it. If it's your only option, do it. You want to do paid ads as a campaign. Just be careful if you hire someone, because I know some people are really trying to rob and steal people. So just be careful. Okay. And then at the end of the day, for any of your social media, you just want to make it easy for people to get a hold of you. The one thing I find the biggest mistake is people don't make it easy for people to get a hold of them. They do not make it easy for people to get a hold of them. So make sure that you make it easy for someone to get a hold of you. Make sure that your contact info is there. Make sure that you have an email. Make sure that you have a website. Make sure you make it easy. Please make it easy for people to get a hold of you. Wanda has a question: how to select the winner, and do you just UPS mail the prize? So easy to select a winner, Wanda. You can look at the persons that replied or did the most effort. So you're going to pick. Here's what I do. I look for the person that has the most, they're very active on social media. I pick that person. I want that person to gloat and to reply and say, I want. I look for the person who is the most active on social media, because you want it to pay for itself. You want it to pay you back, right? So you're going to pick the winner. And, you say in the rules that you're randomly going to pick. At the end of the day, you are randomly picking, but you're going to be a little strategic about it. And you're going to look for the person that has the most engagement or posting the most, or just really out there on social media. That's the whole point of it. You don't want to pick someone who's not on social media or not doing anything. You want to pick the person who's very active, so that they gloat and they share your posts, and they're kind of like, the fame kind of person. That's who you want to pick. Okay. Hope that answered your question. Okay. There's so much more you can do. I promise you, it's a lot. There's a lot. You can do a lot. At the end of the day, advertising is about reminding people why to shop you. You have to remind people why they need your goods and services every single day. I love telling the story. I'm going to end with this story. And if you guys have more questions, just drop them in the chat bar. So McDonald's is a multi-billion-dollar company. They are well-branded. Is there anybody here on this webinar that is not familiar with McDonald's? If you're not, raise your hand or let me know. Anybody not familiar? No. McDonald's, again, is well branded, a multi-billion-dollar company. Well branded. You see those golden arches, you know exactly what's happening. You know exactly what is coming, right? You're either craving the Big Mac or whatever. McDonald's is so well branded. Babies come out of the womb asking for nuggets. That's how well branded they are. They are phenomenal, right? Phenomenal. And they started off as a small business, a mom and pop business, just like you and I. And I like using McDonald's today, not years ago, today. McDonald's, their big picture strategy. This should be your big picture strategy. McDonald's today. You're never, ever, ever, ever going to see McDonald's go dark. What do I mean by that? You're never not going to see McDonald's on billboards. You're never not going to see McDonald's on a TV commercial. You're never not going to see McDonald's on social media or a billboard on the highway. You're never not going to see them. McDonald's knows that if they don't remind you and I to buy a Big Mac every single day, they will lose hundreds of thousands of dollars in one day. So again, I'm not telling you to use the platform McDonald's uses. I'm not telling you to spend the money McDonald's. What I'm saying is the strategy McDonald's uses. You need to incorporate the same strategy for your business. They're a multi-billion-dollar well-branded machine. You would think they don't need to market themselves anymore, and that's wrong. They know they have to remind you and I to buy a Big Mac every single day, or they will lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. So keep that in mind when you think about your business model, because if you go away and you don't take away anything, this is the one thing I want you to take away is their strategy, their big picture. It's your job to remind your future customers every single day who you are, what you do, and how to get a hold of you. Marketing is a marathon. It is not a sprint. There is no instant gratification. When you are doing marketing, you have two options. Either you do it, you create the plan, you launch it, you do all the minutia. That's you, 100%. Or two, you hire someone or pay someone to do it. There is no third option. If you do nothing, you get nothing. Just like an ATM machine. If you do nothing, you get nothing. When do you start advertising or marketing your business? The day you want to close the doors. That's when you stop. The day you want to close the doors is when you stop telling people who you are, what you do, and how to get a hold of you. Does anybody have any questions now that we've wrapped this up? What is the best avenue to start with for retail sales? Start posting the benefits, start talking about what is your unique selling proposition, Wanda. You need to come up with a game plan, because here's the thing that I would do. I would create a content calendar immediately. Create a content calendar, start strategizing. And by the way, because you have retail, you can do 2 selling posts. You can do 2 a week. And that's okay if you did Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then feature the product. How much is it? What am I going to get if benefits from it if I use your product? Okay. And then your other posts that you post around it is, are there any case studies, any testimonials? Are there any memes, to make fun of wrinkled skin, right? You want to get people's attention. Remember, your job is to engage, entertain, and educate. That is your job. So that should help you get started. Okay. This is excellent. Thank you. You're welcome, Linda. Don't forget that you can do contests. You can do events. Don't forget Black Friday is just around the corner. If you have retail, use Black Friday to drive attention to your products, goods, or services. Use free workshops. Use free workshops to get people's attention. That can be another workshop for me to teach other people. Gina said, thank you so much. This has been super helpful. Awesome. If you guys have any other questions, if you have any suggestions for our future workshops, just reach out to me. Happy to do more. I altered this one for today because I want to talk more about posts. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everybody participating. You guys were great. I really do appreciate that. And I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Social Buzz, where do I need to be to use your service? I'm going to type that in the chat. Hashtag Social Buzz. If you don't want to sign up online, no worries. Just fill out the calendar request and we can set up a demo and a conversation to get you started. But the first 30 days are free. It's a product to us that we put it out there. And, the whole premise behind us offering the first 30 days for free is to capture someone's voice. So capture the voice and of the brand or the business, and to make sure that we match that. And certainly should happen in 30 days. And if it doesn't, then we part ways and there's no ill feelings. I stand true to my 30 days. And that's whether you sign up for one platform, 3, 4, 2, doesn't matter. First 30 days are free. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it. And again, if there's anything else I can do for you, certainly reach out. You have all my website links here, and we will also follow up with an email to everyone and make sure that you have everything you need to get going. And the best of luck to everyone. And tag me, tell me that, put it out there, tell them that you attended my seminar. If you do it on LinkedIn, I have over 100 and what is it now? Almost 27,000 followers there. So I look forward to connecting to everyone. Awesome. Thanks, Marshall. I'll talk to everybody soon. Have a great Thanksgiving.